Good morning. I thought I'd make y'all a little video this morning. We have a little invention I made here a while back. Back during when COVID first started, you remember how hard it was to find paper products, toilet paper, paper towel, didn't make any difference. It was made out of paper, you couldn't hardly find it. And in the work that we do, sometimes we get into black mold and stuff like that. We just get our hands dirty, and we're not always in a position where we can use somebody's sink or something to wash our hands. So I've looked for years to find a wet wipe that suited me, and I finally found some at Walmart that were decent. You know, they're big enough to help a little bit, but I never was real happy with them. So between those two problems, not being able to find stuff and not being able to get what I wanted, even when paper products were readily available. As they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So I had a bunch of these blue towels stuck back in my storage room, and I had to go get some of them because I couldn't find those either. So like I said, I've always looked for, let me grab this right quick. I've always looked for those wet wipes that suited me, so I thought I need to make some somehow. So I took, this is a little bit of an overkill here. I took a piece of 4-inch sewer pipe here and used a clamp on what they call a no-hub cap on one end of it and tightened that down tight. And then I took a bunch of these paper towels. If you look at these are the best ones. See how they're quilted here? Very much sturdier than the regular ones. The regular ones work okay. But I'm going to tell you, I made these right here exactly 2 years ago this month. And I've got pictures of them. I'll try to post those on Facebook or something when I made it originally. And they're still damp. You can tell by looking at them how floppy they are. They're still pretty wet. But this was kind of unhandy to carry around with. I keep it in the truck. And this is the same batch that I made 2 years ago, and I haven't been using them because I came up with these. I said, well, why don't I just use something that's already made but doesn't have the right stuff in it? So I took one of these deals, and I took some 91% alcohol and the film left from the soap in this bottle, and actually a couple other bottles. I've made these 4 or 5 times since then. And I use that. I just take a bunch of these. Usually my wife's here to help me, but no, that's not going to work. Usually have my wife hold her fingers up here and I can strip those off of there. But I just stuff these in here like this. You know, I'm going to make this easier here. Just stuff these in there so that they come out about the same way that you put them in. I put some of this in here. Now I'll pour it. That's okay because it'll still, where it tore, it'll still be on top. Anyway, you can see where I'm going with this. I just keep doing this until it's packed good and full, and they're pretty moist, and then I'll turn it upside down for an hour or so, or a little while, and make sure that they're all saturated well. If I need to put a little more liquid in there, I can. The wetter they are, of course, the tighter you can pack them in there. You don't want them so juicy that you just get stuff all over when you use them, but you want them good and damp. But anyway, my point is that once the paper product came back, I continue to make these because they're, I mean, you can practically take a bath with these. You know, 2 or 3 of these, you can get a pretty good bath out there if you need to. You laugh about taking a bath with these. Well, sometimes you get out in the woods, you're gone for extended periods of time when you're hunting or whatever. You need to clean up a little bit. Out on the road, don't want to stop and get a motel because you're trying to get somewhere. You just need to clean up and keep going. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, or a lot of reasons for me anyway. Maybe y'all don't do that, but I do. So anyway, that's I guess I need to finish doing that just to make the video. You can see what I'm doing. And I put the cap on these. We'll carry these in the truck, and we've always got something to clean up with. So there you have it. There's our latest good for nothing video. So thanks for joining me.